Okay, we are live, but let me go ahead and play the intro song.
Y'all wanna shine like her,
Me?
grind like her. You can wing it if you want, but can't get fly like her. Nope, bleed purple and gold till you die like her. Like your girl 36, just subscribe right there.
Please welcome your hosts, Laker Girl 36 and Angry Lakers Fan.
Good,
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pumped right now.
good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's pre-show. We have my co-host, Angry Lakers Fan Media, and the one and only John Ireland from 710 ESPN. If you guys are new, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.
Yes, make sure y'all don't come in here without liking the video, please. We have a very special guest. I mean, come
And
on, if you ain't gonna like it for us, like it for him. Like it for him. You know, he's John Ireland, y'all. He's
if you
John
guys
Ireland.
And if you guys have any Lakers questions, if you guys would like to ask John Ireland regarding to tonight's game, you guys are welcome to put them in the chat, and he will try to get to the questions. Welcome, John Ireland. How are you? How are you today?
I'm good, guys. How are you? I'm angry Lakers fan. You can't be angry after that opening game. That opening game, almost everything went right. I would say you're the opposite of angry right now, aren't you?
I would say you're right. I would say you're right. I do have my thoughts on that game too as we get further into this conversation.
Sure.
Yes, he can't. That's what I'd be telling him. He can't be so angry. I told him he needs to change his name.
Right. Well, if they win again tonight, when I first looked at this schedule, you guys, I thought we could go 3-0 or we could go 0-3 because Minnesota's good, Phoenix is good, Sacramento's good. So then we beat Minnesota, and then last night they beat Sacramento, and Phoenix almost lost to the Clippers. So now I'm getting greedy. After winning the first game, I think we can win these next two. But I still think the West is so loaded. We could be anything from 3-0 to 1-2 at the end of this weekend. We'll have to wait and see.
Go ahead, Laker.
I think we're going to be 3-0. I have to say, I love the way AD played that first game. On Team AD this season.
Yeah, he's. I think, and I'm curious if you guys agree. I think we've reached the point where he's now the best player on our team. You know, for the last 6 years, LeBron has been the best player, and AD's been just a little bit behind him. I now think it's flipped. What do you guys think?
Oh, I agree. I personally believe that the first game, getting into that first game, I really think that AD is about to really, open up this season. I've been saying for like the past two seasons that, the offense needs to start through him. And I think with JJ Redick and this coaching staff, it's just going to go in that direction because we started off good. I actually love the game plan. I just wish we can execute more. We could have hit more of those threes because we had some good shots. We had some good looks. If they just wasn't falling. So.
Yeah, I look at it differently than you. I think the fact that they won a game where they only made 5 of 33s is a really good sign. Because most nights you're not going to go 5 for 30 from 3. But not only did they win, they led by double digits most of the night. And they were, I think the closest Phoenix got was Minnesota got was they cut it to 6. But I never felt like the Lakers were going to lose that game. And like you say, they didn't make any shots. So now all of a sudden, you've got a team that can win even when they're not making their threes. So I thought that was a really good sign.
Oh, yeah. And Austin Reeves and D'Lo surprised me. They made some plays on the defensive end that led to fast breaks. I loved it. So I really, really hope we can continue this because before the season started, I had it like at 1-2. I really didn't know who we was gonna beat.
Yeah.
But after looking at we still could be. We still could be. I actually watched that game you alluded to earlier with Phoenix and the Clippers, and I want to scout the competition. I say we have a good chance of beating Phoenix if we stay on them boards and attack the rim. Because they don't really got a good shot blocker over there.
Well,
So,
Nurkic isn't terrible. I mean, he's a pretty good defensive center, but I don't know if either one of you guys watched the preseason game we played in Phoenix last Thursday night. So we played this team literally 8 days ago, and that
mhm,
was the Dalton Connect game where Dalton Connect came
yes,
in and just went crazy.
Yes.
So I'm really
hmm
curious to see. I hope JJ plays Dalton a lot tonight, and I'm really anxious to see if he can kind of recreate where he left off in Phoenix. Because that was as much fun as we've had doing a preseason game in years, because he just took the game over as a rookie. So I'm anxious to see Dalton Connect tonight and see if he can do it again.
So, do you think that the coaching staff is going to set Dalton Connect up to be in Rookie of the Year talks?
I think he'll be in Rookie of the Year talks. And I think he's going to be first team All Rookie, and I think he has a chance to win Rookie of the Year. It just depends if he can make shots. If he can
Hmm
make shots like he did in that game 8 days ago in Phoenix, he's going to get a ton of minutes. Because JJ Redick doesn't care that he's a rookie. He wants him shooting. But if he can
hmm
consistently make shots under pressure, he's going to play a lot. And I would say has as good a chance to win Rookie of the Year as anybody. The other guy you want to watch is Reed Shepherd in Houston. He's a really good shooter, and he could get Rookie of the Year votes. But I love Dalton Connect. I hope he plays a ton.
Yeah, me too. He really showed. I told this to my uncle about a couple of days ago. Dalton Connect is showing why a lot of times, and more times than not, it shows that it's great to actually spend extra years in college.
Well,
Um,
you've stumbled into something that we talk about a lot, and that
hmm
is, for whatever reason, people think that if you stay in college for 4 years, you're a failure, or that you can't play in the NBA, or that you wouldn't, you know. So last year, the Lakers took Jalen Hood-Schifino, who had only played 1 year at Indiana. His teammate at Indiana, Trace Jackson Davis, had played 4 years. And then you look last year at, like, for example, what the Warriors did. They took Trace Jackson Davis. They took Brandon Pajemski. Right after the Lakers took Jalen, Miami took Jaime Jaquez. Cam Whitmore went to Houston. These were all guys that had spent some time in college. And I'm with you. I don't think it's a bad thing to have 3-4 years of college. I actually think it's a good thing. And I think the fact that Dalton Connect played 4 years of college is going to make him more NBA ready, not less. So I think the attitudes are changing about that. I don't think teams, after you see what Pajemski did, what Jaquez did, what Dalton Connect's doing, I don't think teams are going to be hesitant to take 3-4 year college players anymore. It doesn't mean that you can't play. It just means you're older.
yeah, you got something to say, Liquor Girl? I know I've been hogging the spotlight. I didn't mean to do all that. I just have some questions on my mind, but but you got any questions for John Island?
Yes. My question is: will we get to see Quincy Oliveri play, or is he going to be on the G League?
I think I think Portia, he'll spend more time in the G League than he will on the Lakers. But having said that, they really like him, and he's got a really contagious spirit. He can make threes, which, as you saw in game one, is something we could probably use.
Yes.
So I don't think JJ would be hesitant to put him in a game, especially on a night where we weren't making our threes. But I think he'll play more games in the G League than he will on the Lakers, if that makes sense.
Yes, I watched his interview, and what he said was beautiful. When he got emotional, it was just beautiful. How he said he liked playing with Bronny when he practices.
Right. And I don't know if you heard the interview we did with him in Milwaukee, when he kind of led the Laker comeback in that preseason win when they came back from 15 down in Milwaukee. But he actually teared up
Yes,
that he was having, that he was getting an opportunity to kind of live his dream. And I love stories like that. Right after us, when we played a game in Milwaukee. A week later, we played a game at Golden State, and Steph Curry is his idol. And he got a chance to meet Steph, and Steph was nice to him. And you're just watching somebody get an opportunity to kind of live their dream and really love it. And so he's a fun guy to follow and a fun guy to root for.
yes.
All right, I heard you just mention Bonnie James. That brings me to a question that I want to ask you. You just reminded me. Um, we just heard that Bronny James will be I believe going down to the G League after the road trip. So
Probably, yeah.
yeah, is the plan up until that time? Is the plan for him to sit on the bench and learn, or do you think he's going to be plugged in? Like if we got like a sizable lead?
I'm guessing here, you guys, guessing. But I think the way this is going to play out, the G League doesn't have games for a couple more weeks.
Mm.
We got this. We're doing this on a Friday. We play Phoenix tonight. We play Sacramento tomorrow night. Then we go on a 5-game road trip. I don't think Bronny will play unless there's a blowout, except in Cleveland, which is the second stop of the road trip. I think JJ, knowing that Bronny is from Akron, might find a way to try and get him in that game. But after the 5-game road trip, I think he goes down to the G League and starts working on his game and starts developing. Remember, everybody wants to see Bronny play, but remember, he's 20 years old. He just turned 20 earlier this month. And he's got to learn and develop and get better. And I think he'll do all those things, but we got to give it some time.
I agree. If he does play in that Cleveland game, I think it's going to be a whole bunch of it's going to be a whole bunch of media press for that game.
Well, what's weird, guys, in some of these arenas we've been going to, there are as many Bronny jerseys in the stands as there are LeBron jerseys. So he has a huge following and a lot of fans already. You know, not surprising. He's a young guy. He's, you know, the son of the greatest player maybe ever. And so I think a lot of people are following him. A lot of people are rooting for him. But we got to remember, he didn't even get to play a full season at USC. He had that cardiac arrest incident, and that limited him. But he wanted to try and develop at the NBA level, and that's what the Lakers are going to do. They're going to try and develop him. So we've got to be patient with him.
Yeah, that's why I be telling people it's a lot of people out there that's and it's, I guess it's understandable because who his father is, but it's fans that's too invested in him. I mean, people got to remember he is the 55th pick. He's not like he was picked in a lottery where we got to watch his every move.
Right.
Just give him time to develop. He's not going to necessarily be what his dad is. They gonna have different play styles. So. I just want people to just give him a chance, let him develop. It's not like he's against the G League or anything like that. So,
right.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
No, I think you're right. And I hope other Laker fans are patient with him because I think he can develop into a player, but he's not there yet. He's only 20. He had maybe half a year of college experience. He's got to get time on the court. He's got to get used to the level of competition, and I think he will. For what it's worth to you guys, he's a great kid. He's super easy to root for, very well liked on the team. LeBron gives him as hard of a time as he gives anybody, so that's kind of fun to watch. But he's an easy guy to root for, and I hope he makes it. We just got to give him time to develop.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, you got questions?
Yes. My next question for you is this the season for D'Lo to step up? Because there is a lot of people saying that D'Lo needs to get traded.
Yeah, I'm not one of those. I've been a D'Angelo Russell fan since the first time he was on the Lakers. Full disclosure, I probably know him and Austin better than anybody on the team because we all like to golf. So I spent a lot of time with those guys off the court. And I don't understand why people are down on D'Angelo Russell. I think he's perfect for us. He's a great passer. He didn't shoot well from three in game one, but overall he shot 40% from three last year. He's a very likable guy. He's a good teammate. I think he's a really easy guy to root for. So I hope they don't trade him, and I hope he's here by the end of the season. And I know Austin loves playing with D'Lo. Loves. It's one of his favorite guys on the team. So they make for an interesting backcourt. I'm rooting for him, and I think fans are a little harder on him than they need to be. I think he's actually pretty good for us.
I do too. I'm a big D'Lo fan.
Yeah, I actually think D'Lo is perfect for Anthony Davis.
Right.
Like he's one of the only guards that I've seen him, besides I usually call LeBron James a guard, but I think D'Angelo Russell is perfect for that. Getting AD the ball in the right spots. I've seen it way too many times. All right, I don't see too much of the slack either, besides the occasional immature moments he has. But other than that, pairing him with Anthony Davis, knowing Anthony Davis is the future, I think that'd be a smart move. That'd be a smart move for both of them. You did. I like how you mentioned you, Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell playing golf. Do you actually see Austin Reeves, like, as he get older, step away from basketball and go to the PGA?
He's good enough. He probably has to get just a little better, but I mean, he's like a one handicap. So I absolutely think, particularly on the senior tour, that he could play. He played in Lake Tahoe last year in that celebrity thing, but he didn't play very well. It's the first time he's played in it. He'll go back this year and do better. But he's a really good player. He's got a great swing. He loves playing. He's like me. If he gets like a spare 4 hours, he's looking for a golf course. So I think it's possible. I think he's got a long basketball career in front of him first. But ask me that again in 10 years, I'll be able to give you a better answer.
I'll be sure to do that. Like, you got a question?
What is your thoughts on Rui? Because I have to say, Rui dominated just like AD did. Do you expect Rui to stay in the starting role, or do you expect Rui to come off the bench some games?
I don't. I think he will be a starter. I think he's the type of player where if Rui was the best player on your team and was getting double teamed, he wouldn't be as effective. But on our team, he eats like fourth or fifth. So LeBron gets doubled, Anthony Davis gets doubled, and that means somebody's open, either D'Lo, Austin, or Rui. And all three of those guys can shoot. So I want him on the court. I want him in the starting lineup. I want him out there with those guys. I'd be surprised, actually, Portia, if they did send him back to the bench. I think one of the reasons they made the coaching change is that the players last year were really frustrated with Darvin's rotations. They didn't think, like he at one point he benched D'Angelo, he benched Austin, he benched Rui. He's playing guys like Cam Reddish and Torian Prince, and the rest of the team was like, what are we doing? I think JJ's not going to overthink that. I think this starting lineup, which was 23-10 last year, is going to be the starting lineup for the foreseeable future. If somebody gets hurt, then you'll have to adjust it. But if nobody gets hurt, I think this will be the starting lineup for the next several months.
And shout out to Warren Laws. He said, "Thank you for having the next chick Hearn on your panel."
That's the biggest compliment you can get. I always tell Laker fans, if you got a spare hour, particularly some of the younger ones, I mean, I'm older than both of you guys, but if you ever want to be entertained, go onto YouTube, type Chick Hearn into a YouTube search, and if you're anything like me, you'll be there for a couple of hours just listening to him call games. He's the best to ever do it. So part of my job is great because I never have to worry about being the best Laker announcer ever. That job's taken. And I can focus on what Bill McDonough and I joke, we just can't screw it up. Chick was so good at it that all we got to do is not dishonor the chair, make sure. I always tell people, you guys, that my job is to get you back home in front of your TV. So if you're out driving around tonight and you're trying to get home so you can watch the game on TV, my job is to make you feel like you've already been watching it. So Michael and I take a lot of pride in that. And then hopefully by the time you get home and you can put the game on, you'll feel like you already know what's happening.
Oh yeah. I am a big I'm a big fan of Chick. I found myself plenty of times as a kid listening to him and Stu Lance on the radio, and it seemed like I was at the game because he's good at painting a picture. And Chick is one of those guys, like you said, he's the best to ever do it. And it's been ever do it. And it has been numerous times, where I heard you and Michael Thompson coming home on the Lakers app. And y'all did an awesome job. I like the way you and Michael Thompson, connect with each other, on the radio. I listen through the Lakers app.
Right.
Yeah, so you're there, man. You're there. I
Well,
mean,
first of all, thank you for that. And second of all,
hmm
that's my favorite part about this job is that I get to do it with Michael. He
hmm
makes me laugh every night. Really good guy, funny guy, has great stories. And so that's my favorite part of the gig is that I get to do it with him.
well, yeah, Michael Thompson he's a treasure. He's been on this panel once. He had me laughing a few times. You know, Michael Thompson is cool. He's cool.
He absolutely
Oh,
is.
I wonder if he was happy about Clay last game because Clay had a good game last game. I
oh
seen
yeah,
his
Clay
6 out of
loves
10
playing.
threes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really good. Yeah, he's excited for him. I'm kind of mad because I wanted Clay to come here. So did Michael. But he's going to be great on that team because, like we were talking about on the show today, if you have a team that has players that need to be doubled, like on our team, LeBron and AD, if you don't double team them, they'll just kill you. They'll score every time down. Dallas is the same with Luka and Kyrie. You got to double team those guys, which means Clay's going to get a lot of open shots. And you saw last night what he does with open shots. He's very good at those. So I think he's going to have a really big year.
Yeah, I wanted Klay Thompson over here too, but I'm not going to hate. I think Dallas is a perfect situation for him. You know, based on what you just said. I mean, you can't double team Clay or Luca. You know, you have a chance of leaving Clay open. So it's I don't know. It's an ideal situation over there for him in Dallas. I did want him on the Lakers. I really, really did. I don't know if you saw it, but I think I hit up Michael Thompson on Twitter saying, "Can he talk to his son over the summer?" I was really pushing him to be a Laker. Yeah, but
Tried to talk him into coming to the Lakers, but he didn't go for it.
so whatever's best for Clay. I mean, I'm all for it. So I ain't gonna deep dive into it. So I think we're getting close to the end of your time here. We know you have a busy day ahead of you.
Yeah, kind of a
Um,
crazy day downtown today between the Lakers and USC and the Dodgers, and there's 2 concerts. And don't drive down here unless you have to. It's going to be pretty crowded.
Yeah, I live in the Inland Empire, so I'm from
You're
Los
good.
Angeles.
You're
Yeah, I'm
good.
from Los Angeles, but I live in the Inland Empire. I'm not going down that way until like Sunday, so I should be okay. Hopefully, I'm gonna be in Compton somewhere, so hopefully I'll be good. But yeah, man. We know you got to get ready for the Lakers game. Are you gonna be checking out some of the Dodgers game before that?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we have TVs. There's a TV in front of Michael and a TV in front of me. We normally have one TV to show us replays from the Laker game and one that shows us stats. But tonight, at least for the first hour, we'll have one of those TVs on the Dodger game. We'll either go without replays or without stats, and I'll bring up the stats on my computer or something. But you can bet we'll have one eye on the Dodger game for sure.
That's right. That's right. I really can't wait to watch. I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders as a fan when we won back in 2020 because before that we ain't won once since I was a kid. So
Right.
um, after all these years we've been through, making it and not winning since then, I really hope that we can finally fix it against the Yankees.
Yeah, I've got the Dodgers winning in 7. I got a weird feeling the Yankees might win tonight. I think Jack Flaherty's been a little shaky lately. I hope I'm wrong because I'd love to see him win. You know, he's a local guy, an LA guy. But I'm not going to get discouraged even if we lose tonight. I think the Dodgers are the better team and they'll come back.
hmm
I have Dodgers winning in 5, and I have Otani hitting a home run, and I have Mookie Betts hitting a home run.
Good. I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too.
Yeah, I really hope John Ireland is wrong about the results today. But long as he got the Dodgers winning the series, I'm good.
Right.
But we gonna let you go. I personally want to thank you again for being a repeated guest on this show.
Sure.
That shows we doing something right over here. You wanna spend time with us. So
No, I encourage you guys to keep it up and keep it going. It's great that you guys love
Definitely, we had Pepe come on last week for the opener.
How was he?
He was good. He was good. His audio had went out because he was at crypto doing it. But he's going to come back, and then I believe Steve May said he's definitely going to make an appearance, and then Michael Thompson said he's going to come back.
Good. Yeah, pretty soon you'll have all the ESPN LA guys. But
I know I was telling Angry I want to try to get George Sedano if I can, and I want to try to get a former Laker if I can to come on.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends when people have time and
Yes.
and you know what else they're doing. But I encourage you guys to keep it up. There's thousands of Laker fans out there. I know they're all looking for content like this. So keep up the good work.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to tell you,
Thank you.
like I told you, when I come to a game, I want to meet you in person. It will be a blessing for me to meet you in person. You and Michael Thompson.
Yeah, you can walk right up to us. We're at the top.
Yeah, that's what Michael Thompson was telling me.
Yeah, we're at the top of section 111, and just tell the ushers that you're there to see us, and we can meet in person. I'd love to.
Yes, I do plan on I do plan on coming to the Cooper retirement jersey game.
Good.
Because I live in North Central California, Fresno.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do plan on coming to the Cooper retirement jersey game, and if all happens, I plan on looking forward to meeting you guys. And John Arlen, anytime you want to come on and talk Lakers and Dodgers, you know you're more than welcome.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your show, and I'll see you next time.
You too, Mr. Ireland. Thank you.
All right,
thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
I'm telling you, man, ESPN LA, everybody from ESPN LA is very, very fun to talk to. So
everybody is.
I'm happy they be coming over here, you know, talking a little of us, you know. Who are we? I mean, we, you know, but yeah, shout out to everybody that's been coming through, man. Shout out to John Ireland for being a repeated guest. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Who else was a repeated guest? Anybody else was a repeated guest?
No.
Well, shout out to John Ireland, the first ever repeated guest as far as, you know, mainstream. So shout out to John Ireland.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Big shout out to Big Baby for having Fisher on yesterday. Derek Fisher was on his show.
Yeah, if y'all didn't watch that, I told Big Baby on the phone. I said that's probably the best interview I've seen him do to date. So y'all click on his name in the comment section and subscribe to him if you haven't, and check out that Derek Fisher interview. They had a great conversation about the championship times, the time he hit 0.4, you know, all of that. You know, go check it out, man. Look, if you're a fan of the Lakers, go check out that interview. Go do. If you don't go to Big Baby's channel for anything else, go check out that interview. Just go do it. It's going to make you subscribe. Just do it, please. Just do it.
Yes. And then for here, you guys be looking forward to more special guests. Me and Angry has a few lined up people that will be coming on soon. Until that time, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's go Lakers tonight. Let's go Dodgers. Everybody have a blessed day. This is your girl, Laker Girl. I'm out.
Peace out.